What's up team, Steve from Grind Time Strength, and you already know today we're gonna get after it. Now the third principle that we definitely need to cover today we're going to cover the squat snatch and how we can improve our technique to become proficient and efficient. So you already know, let's get after it. All right guys, now I'm going to cover 3 principles that I feel like are super needed when performing a squat snatch. Now, the first being your setup. Setup is going to be crucial to executing a snatch properly and also safely. Now, for the squat snatch, we want to make sure that your feet are in your jumping stance or just about hip width distance, so that way you're in a power position to take off. Now, your hand placement, it's going to be nice and wide, or you can also measure this by placing the bar in your hip pocket area. Now, if your hands are too narrow, it's going to be touching your thighs, or if they're too wide, it's going to be touching your stomach. So keep that in mind. Hip pocket area is going to be key. Next, you're going to have a hook grip on the bar. So make sure you have that hook grip to ensure a tight grip on the bar. Now, for our setup, butt is down, chest is up, feet are flat on the floor, back straight, and you're looking straight ahead. Your elbows are pointed to the ceiling, your arms are straight, and your knuckles are pointed to the ground. Now, from here, this allows you to take off with a clear bar path to the hip pocket area. Now, this is gonna lead me to my second crucial tip, where we wanna make sure that we're keeping it tight and also close to the body. Now, what I mean by that, so from here, once you're ready to take off and you're ready to go, arms are straight, you wanna pull the bar apart to create tension with the back. Now, as you take off, your knees are gonna go back and out to keep that bar close to the body to bring it to that hip pocket area, and that's super key and super important. Now, from here, just from the bottom, we're gonna push the knees back and out to keep the bar close to the body, which is going to allow us to go into that power position. Now, secondly, we wanna make sure that as we take off, you're keeping your feet flat on the floor throughout the whole time up until you reach your hip pocket area, and then from there you want to extend and then drop under to receive the bar in that squat position. Now, some common errors that I see is when the heels lift off because the weight is too heavy or they're not keeping their back tight. So just to show what I mean, some people rush the lift where they're too far forward and their heels start leaving the ground, which makes them jump forward or just miss the entire lift, and we definitely don't want that. Now, keep the bar close to the body. That's gonna help you stay flat on your feet. Now, the third principle that we definitely need to cover is pulling under and not dropping under the bar. So what I mean, from the start, you want to think slow and smooth all the way up. And then once you get to your power position and you're ready to launch, you extend, and your arms at this point are physically pulling under the bar to jump and land in that receiving position. That way, you are actively pulling underneath that barbell. So that way you're not just dropping and then the bar might be crashing on you or something like that. You wanna make sure you are pulling under in a stable receiving position. So that way, not only does it make you receive in a super stable position, but you're also catching that bar where it needs to be, so that way it doesn't crash under you. So you already know, those are some good tips right there. All right guys, that right there was the squat snatch. So definitely take these principles into your training so that way you can hit some massive PRs and just get better overall. Now, if you haven't done so, make sure you check out my previous video on strict press and military press, so you already know, so that way you get some strong shoulders. Now, if you haven't done so, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check it out, you already know we are out here putting the work in. This is Steve from Grind Time Strength. On to the next one.